December 31st, New Year's Eve, a date that holds magic in every heart across the globe. Tonight, people everywhere gather with friends, family, and even strangers, to mark the ending of one chapter and the beginning of another. The ticking of the clock feels louder, each second filled with anticipation. Laughter fills the air, lights sparkle in the cities, and the sound of fireworks reminds us that hope never dies. This is the night where memories are celebrated, mistakes are forgiven, and dreams are born anew. No matter where you are, when the clock strikes midnight, the world becomes one, united in celebration, in reflection, and in hope. Welcome to the story of New Year's Eve. Did you know New Year's Eve has been celebrated for over 4,000 years? The Babylonians were among the first, marking their new year in March during the spring equinox. They held massive festivals that lasted days, filled with rituals to honor their gods. Later, the Romans changed things when Emperor Julius Caesar introduced the Julian calendar, setting January 1st as the start of the year. The month was named after Janus, the god of doors and beginnings. With two faces, Janus could look both back into the past and forward into the future. And so, the symbolism of reflection and new beginnings was born. Even back then, people sought a clean slate, a chance to reset their lives. In the Middle Ages, different parts of the world celebrated New Year on different days. Some followed March, others December 25th, and still others on Easter. But with the spread of the Gregorian calendar in the 16th century, January 1st became the standard across most of the globe. Over time, New Year's Eve became not just a religious festival, but a cultural event, one that blended ancient traditions with modern joy. By the 19th and 20th centuries, fireworks, music, and large public gatherings became symbols of how humanity welcomes time itself. One of the most famous traditions of New Year's Eve began in New York City in 1907, the Times Square ball drop. It started as a replacement for fireworks that were once banned, but it grew into a global spectacle. Each year, millions gather to watch a glowing crystal ball descend as the countdown begins. At the stroke of midnight, confetti rains down, and voices rise in joy. Today, it is streamed worldwide, uniting billions in a single moment of celebration. It shows us how a simple ritual can become an international symbol of unity. But the ball drop isn't the only tradition. In Japan, temple bells ring 108 times on New Year's Eve, a practice known as Hoya no Kane. Each bell symbolizes the cleansing of worldly desires. Meanwhile, in Spain, families gather at midnight with grapes, 12 grapes, one for each stroke of the clock. Eat them quickly, and you'll have luck for each month of the year ahead. These traditions may seem different, yet they all reflect the same truth: the human desire to let go of the past and embrace the future with hope. In Australia, New Year's Eve is marked by some of the world's largest fireworks displays, especially over Sydney Harbour with the iconic Opera House in the background. Meanwhile in Brazil, millions gather on the beaches dressed in white. White is a symbol of peace and renewal, and many people toss flowers into the ocean as offerings for blessings in the year ahead. These vibrant traditions remind us that New Year's Eve is more than a party. It's a cultural mirror of what people value most: peace, prosperity, and happiness. Travel to Denmark, and you'll find people smashing plates against their friends' doors on New Year's Eve. The more broken plates, the more love and friendships you'll have in the coming year. In Scotland, they call it Hogmanay, where first footing is an important custom. After midnight, the first person to enter a home brings symbolic gifts like coal, shortbread, or whiskey, representing warmth and good cheer for the year ahead. Across the world, New Year's Eve becomes a canvas painted with joy, laughter, and colorful traditions. Beyond the fireworks and traditions, New Year's Eve carries a deep spiritual meaning. It's the night we pause and reflect. We think about the goals we achieved, the mistakes we made, the relationships we built, and even the moments we wish had been different. Some people write down their regrets on paper and burn them, symbolizing release. Others make lists of gratitude, holding on to positive energy. This quiet reflection is what makes New Year's Eve so powerful. It is a universal reminder that every ending is also a beginning. And then, of course, come the resolutions. Lose weight, quit smoking, learn a new skill, save money, be kinder. Every year, billions set goals for the next 365 days. Resolutions are more than promises, they are declarations of hope. They prove that no matter how challenging life may be, people still believe in their power to change. Psychologists call this the fresh start effect. A new year feels like a blank page, making us more motivated to act. And though many resolutions fade, the spirit of trying itself is beautiful. Science confirms it: the brain loves fresh starts. Researchers say, temporal landmarks, like January 1st, push us to break old patterns. It feels like we're starting from zero, with a chance to redefine ourselves. And that's why gyms are crowded in January, why books fly off the shelves, and why people set alarms earlier with fresh determination. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Each New Year's Eve reminds us that time is not our enemy. Time is our ally, offering endless opportunities to grow, to heal, and to dream. In Europe, each country adds its own flavor to New Year's Eve. In Germany, people watch the British comedy sketch, Dinner for One, a tradition that has been televised every December 31st for decades. In Italy, lentils are eaten at midnight because they resemble coins, symbolizing prosperity for the year ahead. In France, families gather for a grand feast called La Réveillon de la Saint Sylvestre, filled with champagne, oysters, and laughter. Across the continent, the night is alive with music, fireworks, and family togetherness. From Berlin to Paris, Rome to Madrid, the message is the same: joy, unity, and fresh beginnings. Across Africa, New Year's Eve is a mix of faith, music, and community. In South Africa, Cape Town hosts one of the largest carnivals with parades and music filling the streets. In Ghana and Nigeria, churches overflow with people attending crossover services, praying and singing as they welcome the new year. These celebrations carry powerful meaning, a reminder that the new year is both a spiritual rebirth and a cultural festival. For many, it is not just about celebration, but thanksgiving for the year gone by and blessings for the year ahead. In the Middle East, New Year's Eve is celebrated with family gatherings, lights, and fireworks in cities like Dubai, where the Burj Khalifa hosts one of the world's largest firework and light shows. In India, people mark the occasion with street parties, dances, and rituals depending on local traditions. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, round objects, from round fruits to coins, are displayed, symbolizing wealth and abundance. Though diverse in practice, these traditions are united by the belief that the way you begin the year shapes how it will unfold. In South America, New Year's Eve is lively and full of color. In Colombia, people carry empty suitcases around the block to invite travel in the coming year. In Chile, families sometimes celebrate at cemeteries, bringing candles and flowers to honor loved ones who have passed away, spending the night in remembrance. In Ecuador, large effigies called Año Viejo are built and burned at midnight, symbolizing the destruction of the old year's problems. These fiery rituals are a way of cleansing the past and stepping into the future with hope. No matter where you are, New Year's Eve brings one universal pause. People reflect on the laughter shared, the tears shed, the lessons learned, and the moments cherished. It's a rare time when billions of people look back together. Reflection is powerful because it teaches us not only what we lost, but what we gained. And it prepares us to enter the new year with clarity and purpose. Reflection turns memories into lessons, and lessons into wisdom. At its heart, New Year's Eve is about hope. Hope that tomorrow will be brighter. Hope that mistakes can be corrected. Hope that even in a world filled with challenges, we can choose joy. Psychologists say hope is like oxygen for the soul. It pushes us to wake up in the morning, to keep trying, to keep moving forward. And on December 31st, hope fills the air more than any other day. As the fireworks sparkle, they are more than lights in the sky, they are symbols of dreams bursting into life. And then comes the countdown. That electric moment when seconds feel like eternity. 10, 9, 8, voices rise louder, hearts beat faster. Across the globe, billions chant in unison, watching the final seconds of the year slip away. In that moment, differences disappear, cultures, languages, borders, all vanish. Humanity becomes one voice, one heartbeat, one celebration. The countdown is not just about time. It is about unity, about the incredible truth that though we are scattered across the globe, we are connected. The stroke of midnight is always followed by fireworks, dazzling, powerful, impossible to ignore. They burst in the sky like exploding stars, painting the darkness with color. In many ways, fireworks symbolize the human spirit, bright, bold, and beautiful, even if only for a moment. They remind us that life is meant to be lived fully, passionately, and without hesitation. That's why fireworks are not just entertainment, they are poetry written with light. Beyond the noise and light, New Year's Eve whispers a deeper message: unity. In every culture, this night is about togetherness. Families embrace. Strangers cheer together. Nations light up their landmarks not just for themselves, but for the world to see. And in that glow, the world feels smaller, warmer, kinder. For one night, humanity forgets its divisions and celebrates what unites us: The simple truth that we are all travelers through time, dreaming of a better tomorrow. And so, as the night deepens, New Year's Eve becomes more than a festival. It becomes an invitation to grow, to dream, to create, to love. It reminds us that though the calendar may change, what matters most is how we choose to live. The final hours of December 31st are a bridge between past and future, one foot on lessons, the other on dreams. This is where history meets hope, where endings transform into beginnings. And this is where your story for the new year begins. Remember, December 31st is more than a party. It's a chance to write a new chapter. Step into the new year with hope, courage, and determination. Happy New Year from Hustle Hope. May your journey ahead be filled with success, growth, and joy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting reels.